Hey guys, so today I got something really special for you. It is native Kingsman turquoise, old stock from the 70s. Really cool piece of turquoise. It'll be our first cabochon piece of turquoise for the channel, and I'm really excited to get into it. So what we're going to do first is it's already kind of preformed enough to where I can finish it up on the cab wheel. So I don't really need to slice it up or anything like that. So what I'm going to do is, I know a lot of people use dop sticks. I use screws. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue a screw on here and use that as my dop stick. Alright, so next part for this, we got our stone and it's somewhat preformed. So what I'm going to do is, it's already kind of flat. I got my screw here and I got my Star Bond ultra thin. There we go. That's what I hate about constant uses of Star Bond. It don't want to uh-oh.
You broke it, didn't you?
Yeah. Alright. So now that we got our screw, our piece of turquoise that's flattened out somewhat and in its right shape, and we got the Star Bond, and we're going to use Star Bond thin for this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to dip the screw in Star Bond, and I'm just going to press it down on there. And I'm going to let it sit until it cures, and then what we'll do is we'll take it out there and we'll start working on it. And you just let it sit, and I would recommend letting it sit for at least 24 hours. It dries within, no time, but still let it cure for 24 hours so you got the tightest bond possible for it. And then, yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow and we'll start working on this turquoise. So here we are with the turquoise. Got the screw dop to it. Now, one of the reasons I use the screw is the wheel tends to turn the screw in your hand as well as you're cutting. And even if it doesn't, you can start rotating it, and the closer your fingers get to the top, it's kind of a way to have like a little timer on it. So I'll start from the back here and I'll work it and everything like that. And then as I turn it, right, it gets closer and closer to the top. And once I'm at the top, I'll take it off, dry it off, look at it, and yeah, I think it's a good little method. It's worked for me so far. But what we're going to do is we're going to get this little sucker right here on the wheel. So let's go ahead and put the camera up and let's get to it.
So what I'm going to start to do is I'm going to start a preform. Usually you can preform the stone before it even goes on the screw or dop. But some of these stones, I just preform them while they're on the screw or dop, especially if it's a strong bond. Then I will move to the second wheel. That's where you kind of put your face and your dome. You start that process. Then we'll move on to the black wheel over there. And what that black wheel is very important. You smooth out any flat spots left from the other two wheels. But what you'll also do is you'll start taking out scratches from the other two wheels. That's very important, because if you don't start taking out scratches from the other two wheels as you move on, scratch removal will become impossible. You'll have to go back to that black wheel and make sure you get all the scratches out first. So what this wheel is doing here is we're just gonna, for these second sets of wheels, we're just gonna continue with the scratch removal process and the smoothing of the dome. We're gonna keep doing that for that brown and yellow wheel there And then after all that, we're going to move to that red pinkish wheel at the end there. And what we're going to do with that one is that's almost kind of like a pre-polished wheel. So what it does is it just kind of gives you a glimpse of what it'll look like when it's polished. It'll start that polishing process. Now, in no way is it polished after that wheel. You need to go to your felt pad and use your cerium oxide, and I'll take it over from there. So on this pad here, the cerium oxide and the felt, we want to keep spraying and wetting that down and get it as cool as possible. That way we do not burn our turquoise. Turquoise can burn, it'll start to get this black color, and it's just not good all the way around. Now, when it comes to this buffing wheel, you'll kind of see me here uh, just kind of barely touch it for the same reason. We put some ZAM on there, but we're barely going to touch it. We're just going to quickly, 1, 2, get it on there, get a little bit of a buff on there, but not leave it on there so long to where it starts to burn it. So here she is. This is that beautiful turquoise, and I got to give a shout out to Copper Canyon Lapidary, which is where we got it from. They have some cool rough there. They got some really cool finish stuff there. Just a really good place for you to go and get some good high quality stones. I know the person personally. He's been a good friend of mine. He's kind of helped me and taught me some things whenever it comes to lapidary. So he's definitely worth going to check out and giving a shout out to. I also want to say that if you're interested in anything lapidary, stick around on the channel. We're going to be doing some really cool things in the future that I think is really going to blow your mind. We're really trying to experiment with different ways to involve lapidary in different things. And I know people say, look at your art and this and that, but it's not art. It's just fun. I look at it as just a really cool hobby and a really cool way to experiment and kind of get some cool things out there. So I love that y'all are loving it. Um, so yeah, but if you would please like and subscribe. We got more coming on the way, and take care and be well.